football is being brought to you by Dupre Logistics, La Vie Med Spa, Flowchem, Lofton Staffing, and the Veterinary Clinic at Copper Crown.
Friday night KDCG game of the week. We're here in Opelousas, Louisiana to watch the Westminster Crusaders take on the Opelousas Catholic Vikings. And as you see, the coin toss captains for tonight's games for the Opelousas Catholic Vikings. Number 22, Adam LeBlanc. Number 12, Lane Williams. Number 50, that is Ty Walton. And number 25 for the Opelousas Catholic Vikings is Alex Costa, the defensive guy. Beautiful weather here in Opelousas, Louisiana, 78 degrees, calm weather. Westminster, of course, in their traditional navy and white. Opelousas Catholic will be in the purple and white. They're in the darker jerseys. Very good crowd out here. This is the last game of the regular season. This is, of course, the last district game for both teams. And when we return, we will have the kickoff here at Donald Gardner Stadium.
Lofton Staffing Services, a regional leader in the staffing industry.
Choose from administrative and clerical jobs with flexible days and hours. Plus, at Lofton, you get paid the same week you work. Lofton Staffing Services, 269-0500.
Targeted recruiting, skill proficiency, and custom matching help us find the right person for the right job.
Enjoy long-term career opportunities as a Lofton security officer. Plus, at Lofton, you get paid the same week you work. Lofton Staffing Services.
The Veterinary Clinic at Copper Crown is now open and seeing patients of all kinds at affordable prices. Our services include all yearly vaccines and testing such as heartworm, fecal, and routine blood work. Surgery services are also available, including spays and neuters. Dental care is important, and we offer dental cleaning, polishing, and a full line of dental care products. We offer indoor boarding for small and large dogs, and the cats even have a special room to themselves.
My staff and I are excited to see you and all your four-legged family members, so call us today.
Once again, we're here for the kickoff in Opelousas, Louisiana, the final game in District 6 1A. And Opelousas Catholic will be kicking off to Westminster Christian Academy. Jalen Williams will receive, and he's going to take it up the middle. And he will be stopped at the 20-yard line where the Westminster offense will take over.
Taken down at the 20-yard line. First and 10, Crusaders from their own 20.
The Westminster Crusaders have been on a definite win streak since week 5, defeating North Central 48-0, then demolishing St. Ed's 47-21, blanking Catholic Point Capee 44-0, and had a tough one last week in Ville Platte against Sacred Heart, but they're on a 4-game winning streak as they will start off with a roll-out pass, and he is wide open. 45, 35, 30, 20. Touchdown, Crusaders' first play of the game. Wow. Right out the gate, a pass from Luke Judice to number 38. That is Hayden Mars for the quick touchdown at the 11:41 mark in the first quarter. Brilliant play call. Play action, rollout pass, and Hayden Mars coming across on that post pattern was wide open. We're going to have the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up and through. Westminster in the first quarter strikes in 19 seconds, 7-0, as you see the KDCG TV scoreboard. Back here in Opelousas, Louisiana, Westminster will kick off as they scored very quickly. On the return for Opelousas Catholic, that will be number 6, David Lobby on the return. Excuse me, that is Aaron Miller on the return for the Opelousas Catholic Vikings. Opelousas Catholic comes into this game definitely wanting a big victory. They are 6-3 on the season, 3-3 in district play. a win would definitely solidify a playoff spot for the Opelousas Catholic Vikings, although I predict they will have 5 teams possibly from 6-1A in the playoffs. And that is going to be a quick handoff, and that will not get much against that staunch defense. That handoff went to number 22. That was Adam LeBlanc. Minimal gain. But Opelousas Catholic just vying for position. A win would solidify a playoff spot. Westminster, of course, wants a home game. A victory will definitely place them in the top 16 of that playoff bracket, meaning they would get a home playoff game next Friday. And Evan Wagley's going to overthrow his receiver. Intended receiver was Brett Mills, his primary target. Brett Mills, along with Aaron Mesh, 2 of his very important primary targets. Evan Wagley has really come along from last year, and he's only a junior. He has a senior year left to play. Westminster, of course, led by the defensive MVP from last year, Cole Bentley and Wesley Bellard. And Wagley's going to throw again. That's going to go to LeBlanc, and he's going to get some running room. And he's going to be very close to a first down. But defensively, Westminster, Wesley Bellard, you can't say enough from that safety position. He has really been a leader for the Crusaders all year long. Of course, with Cole Bentley. And Chaz Malbrew has been a terror from that defensive end position. In the last 4 games, as I was saying, Westminster has really stepped it up defensively. In 4 games, they've given up 34 points. Very good production. That's right at 8 points a game over the last 4 weeks. However, they've scored 48, 47, 44, and 20, so they're averaging 30-something points a game, demolishing opponents over the last 4 weeks, and that's what you want as a team. Opelousas Catholic was on a win streak themselves until sort of a disappointment last week against the St. Edmunds Blue Jays, as we'll have a first down. Another quick handoff by Wagley. I want to mention one of our valuable sponsors, Flowchem. Flowchem offers a complete range of production chemicals, maintains a fully equipped technical service and research laboratory, has a fleet of specially designed delivery and service trucks, and provides a staff of professionals with incomparable experience. Flowchem. And that's the keeper by Wagley. He's going to get a very good gain by the Vikings, taking it across the 35-yard line. A lot of other important games going on around the state that's going to affect that playoff bracket. You've got the Southern Lab Kittens playing against Kentwood. That's going to affect where Westminster would fall if they could win this game tonight. Snap again by Wagley. Quick handoff. Minimal gain, and that's going to be TJ Venable. Venable has been one of their very important rushers all year long. You'll hear a lot from Venable tonight. Opelousas Catholic wants to play ball control. Last week, turnovers actually gave them an early lead in the St. Edmunds Opelousas Catholic game. But once St. Edmunds stopped the turnovers, and wow, that trap play worked to perfection by TJ Venable. He gets about 8 yards on the gain, and he's almost to midfield. And this is exactly what Coach Jeff Jordan wants. He comes in with a 9-15 record. He wants to play ball control, control it down and distance, and there you see that shotgun full house formation. 3rd and short is exactly what the doctor ordered. That's the prescription for victory for Coach Jeff Jordan. You don't want those long down and distance situations against that defense of Westminster, especially with Chaz Malbrew coming around that corner. He has really stepped it up this year for the Westminster Crusaders. Of course, Coach Banner, 89-37. Very good win percentage. He's over 70% win percentage, and we're going to have a timeout on the field by the Opelousas Catholic Vikings. Back here in Opelousas, Louisiana, the Opelousas Catholic Vikings driving. It is 3rd and short. We have motion out of that full house formation. And the ball is on the ground. I don't think Justin Guillory, the running back, was looking for the ball. Costly turnover by the Vikings here, as Westminster will take over with 7:58 on the clock in the first quarter. Westminster takes over in Opelousas Catholic territory in that pistol formation, and Jalen Williams is in motion, and he's going to get it. And Jalen Williams has turned into everything people expected, a definite threat, D1 prospect. When you look at Jalen Williams, it's almost like he's playing on another level at this point. Judice will get on the center this time, and he's going to do the play action, and that's going to be behind Chaz Malbrew. He was open. Westminster, an impressive 24-1 since 2009 in district. Unbelievable district run. Their only loss in district coming this year to a Point Capiz Central team that joined the district just last year. Judice in that pistol formation. And he's going to hand it to the first man. And that's going to be a very good gain. That's going to present 3rd and about 6. Of course, you'll hear Luke Judice's name all night long. But another person that stepped up on offense, Josh DeVilliers, stepped up. And, of course, you're going to hear the common names that I've talked about, Jalen Williams. You also hear Wesley Bellard. Speaking of Wesley Bellard, there he goes through the hole for a very good game. Late in the game, you'll get some handoffs from Cole Bentley. This offense has become more diverse over the course of the season. Westminster's averaging 37 points a game. Their defense is only giving up 16 points a game. Judice on the rollout, and he's going to have an open Wesley Bellard. Another very good game as they move into the red zone. But that offense of Westminster has become much more varied in the last few weeks. Getting the ball to Chaz Malbrew, getting it more to Jalen Williams. And of course, we can't forget about Danielle Young, the junior. So much variation, and there you see it, he's wide open. There, you don't know who to cover. It's just so much variation in that offense, and it has become clear it's hard to defend, as we have a touchdown by Westminster at the 6-minute-30 mark to take a quick 13-0 lead here in the first quarter. Wow. Very impressive drive. Starting at the 48-yard line. Crusaders make quick work on that drive. And here you have the extra point, and it is up and through. So with 6:30 remaining in the first quarter, Westminster takes the lead, junior. And there you see our Lofton Staffing Services replay, and you can't give Danielle Young space. His feet are too quick. And there you see the touchdown. And we have the kickoff by the Westminster Crusaders. Sort of a short kick there, and it's going to bounce, and that's going to be recovered, possibly by the Crusaders. Wow. That kick was very short, and it was almost recovered by the Crusaders. That could have been a backbreaker early on in the game. Nonetheless, Westminster will place Opelousas Catholic deep in their own territory. Pistol formation again, and we have a trip set to the right. We're going to have motion by Brett Mills. We're having a sweep, and that's going to go to Venable. That's not going to cut it. Wow. That Westminster defense on the play, number 12. That's Cannon DeVille. And he came up so fast from that defensive back position, just closed the sweep out. Good in theory, but the pursuit and the containment was there for the Crusaders. I want to mention Dupree Transport. Dupree Logistics LLC is a team of professionals who design and deliver safe, diversified solutions and services for quality-focused clients committed to increasing their competitive advantage. For more information, visit www.dupreelogistics.com. Mr. Reggie Dupree doing a fabulous job supporting high school athletics. Opelousas Catholic cannot turn the ball over. At this point, it is 3rd and long. They need to get a sustained drive. Westminster, as I mentioned, averaging 37 points a game, and they may get an early 20, and that's going to fall incomplete, and exactly what you did not want to have. Opelousas Catholic is going to be forced to punt. This is not going the way Coach Jordan envisioned. Want to mention, text PUMP to 64636. Do you want some free gas? Well, hey, this station is giving it to you. You have a chance of winning $100 in free gas. Text PUMP to 64636, and we have a shanked punt, and that is not what you wanted. Here at the 4:59 mark in the first quarter, Opelousas Catholic is in early trouble. Rarely do you see a team start in the Flokim red zone after a punt, but that's just what has happened, as Westminster's going to run that wide receiver screen, and he's going to bounce off of several players, and Jalen Williams, a man amongst boys. However, that may come back. There's some laundry on the ground, but still beautiful nonetheless. And here's our Lofton Staffing Services replay, and Jalen Williams twisting, turning. Even though that play is called back, you've got to respect the athletic ability of that young man. He's going to be playing on Saturday. Westminster will be moved all the way back to their own 23-yard line. They're now out of the red zone. I want to take this opportunity, however, to mention LaVie Med Spa. LaVie Med Spa, helping to bring your inner beauty out. Visit with Dr. Green and his staff. They offer exceptional service for many of your medical spa needs. Botox, skin tightening, and we have a deep pass that is incomplete. But visit with Dr. Green and his staff at 2967 South Union Street in Opelousas, Louisiana. Coach Battle is going for broke there. He went for the jugular. Westminster has started to peak at the exact perfect time. That offense looks totally different since I last saw them 6 weeks ago. Judy's under center. Have motion again, and that sweep to Jalen Williams, and they read it perfectly by that Opelousas Catholic defense. They were ready for that one. On the tackle, number 25, Alex Costa. And Alex Costa, one of the few players on that Opelousas Catholic team that had all district honors last year. Very good read by that defense, and that's going to bring up 3rd and a long way. Fortunately for Opelousas Catholic, they may be able to stop Westminster and stop the bleeding at this point, already down 14-0 in the first quarter. Judice is going to roll out again, and he's going to overthrow his receiver, and that's going to be caught by number 24 for the Opelousas Catholic Vikings. That's Zach Hebert, and maybe that is just the play that the Vikings needed to turn this game around. We have our Lofton Staffing Services replay. And I'm going to tell you what, Judice just overthrew this ball. Malbrew was open. And Zach Abed does a good job corralling and returning it for a decent game. Opelousas Catholic is no stranger to comebacks. In the first week of the season, nobody even expected this Opelousas Catholic team to win that game against Port Bear, and we're going to have a timeout again, the second one for the Opelousas Catholic Vikings, as you see our KDCG TV scoreboard. Opelousas Catholic in that shotgun full house set. No stranger to being behind, as I was mentioning earlier. Opelousas Catholic started off losing in their first game, and they're going deep, and he is wide open. I think that was a shock to the Crusaders that they came out and went deep and to an unexpected target. That's Matt Pontiff, the senior. A rare target for Wagley. Here's our Lofton Staffing Services replay. And there's that play action again. And Wagley looked off to his right, and he went to the opposite direction. And Pontiff just got behind the defensive back. Full house set, shotgun. Wagley's going to send someone in motion. Beautiful pass by Wagley. He's going to keep minimal gain. That run defense for Westminster has stepped up in the last few weeks. It has been hard going for teams trying to run against Westminster. I want to mention the veterinary clinic at Copper Crown. The veterinary clinic at Copper Crown, located at 5124 182 Opelousas, Louisiana. Dr. Ami and Dr. Edna Dean will make you sure your small animals receive high-quality medicine with kindness and compassion at reasonable prices. Their staff is available Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 7:30 to 12 noon. Call them at 337-407-8600 for an appointment. Walk-ins are also welcome. Opelousas Catholic, another minimal gain running the ball, as we have 2:34 and counting in the first quarter. Best drive of the night for the Vikings, but they face a 3rd and long. These third down conversions usually tell the difference in a game. Judice is going to get, Wagley's going to get the snap, and he's going to throw a little rollout, and Brett Mills, he's going to have a first down as they enter the Flo Kim red zone at the 11-yard line. Opelousas Catholic was rejuvenated by that interception. That turned the whole tide of momentum. It looked like Westminster was going in for the kill shot. That whole penalty on that screenplay might have turned the game. That's one of the plays you won't see as far as highlights or stats, but that holding play really might be a big difference. Opelousas Catholic in that I formation, and they're going to go to TJ Venable, and he's going to cross the 10-yard line.
Venable tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
Also tonight, Point Capee Central is playing North Central. North Central lost the game of the two teams vying to see which one was not going to win a district game. When North Central lost that game, North Central may end the season without a win. Then you have False River playing Catholic of Point Capee, and of course St. Ed's and Sacred Heart in a very big battle tonight. And we're going to have that slant pattern, and Wagley is on the money again. What is so convenient for Opelousas Catholic is that they can also get a first down, and they may have it. Wagley has improved tremendously. His ability to throw the ball on target has totally elevated from last year, and it's going to be a first down, so they're going to have 4 cracks, because I doubt you're going to see a kick. And it's going to be a quick handoff, and he's going to spin, and Venable's going to spin into the end zone for the touchdown. No call on the field, but It has to be a touchdown, and it is. Opelousas Catholic answers after the interception by number 24, Zach Hebert. As you see our KDCG TV scoreboard, Opelousas cracks the scoreboard at the 53-second mark in the first quarter. And now we have a ball game possibly. Extra point pending. Snap, hold, placement. It is up and through. Westminster 14, Opelousas Catholic 7 here at the famed Donald Gardner Stadium in Opelousas, Louisiana. Beautiful night for football. We're back here at Donald Gardner Stadium. Opelousas Catholic has scored, and they will be kicking off. That is number 15, Matt Howard, with the deep kick. And it will be received by Jalen Williams, and he will take it up the middle. He has some room, and he's going to have a very good return. He'll finally be stopped at the 29-yard line, and that's where Westminster will take over. Westminster, shotgun formation. And they're going to do the quick handoff. Judice is going to keep, and he's got room, and he's going to break out in the open. Beautiful magic trick. Judice faked it twice. He faked it on the initial handoff, and he faked the pitch, and he picks up valuable yardage, 30-yard gain. Judice with that fake up the middle, you don't know, and he pulled it out. He fakes, beautiful fake, beautiful keeper around the right side. Does a very good job on that read option. And Judice has turned into everything and more that Coach Bannon expected after taking the place of one of their better players from last year, Thomas Kemp. Thomas Kemp was all world for this Crusader team. But Luke Judice has done a very good job in stepping in. Mention that this Opelousas Catholic team has been down before. They've undergone so much tragedy this year, and it started back in April. They've had 4 very untimely deaths, and we'll continue talking about that in the second quarter as we come to the end of the first. Westminster 14, Opelousas Catholic 7 here in Opelousas, Louisiana. As you see our KDCG TV scoreboard, Westminster with the lead and driving again after a very long rush by Luke Judice. Beautiful play action, and he's going to go deep to Jalen Williams. Look, when you have a weapon like that, you can make errors. That was just, Judice just throws it up. He's not even worried. Jalen Williams, once again, you can tell he's just on another level. As you see our Lofton Staffing Services replay, beautiful play action. And, I mean, he just throws it up. He's not even worried about a possibility of interception. That's double coverage on Jalen Williams. And we're going to have another quick score by Wesley Bellard. And just like that, at the 11:39 mark in the second quarter, Westminster adds to the lead. As you see our KDCG TV scoreboard, 20-7 pending the extra point, and that is impressive to come back and answer. Everything starts with discipline, and that offense is discipline. That play action was perfect. As you have Mr. Louvier coming on with the extra point, and he misses. And that's going to leave the score 20-7. I wonder if that will come back to haunt the Crusaders here in the second quarter with 11:39 to go. Opelousas Catholic and, of course, Westminster, very familiar with each other. Both of these schools in very close proximity. Most of these kids know each other, so there's a rivalry aspect to it. That's what makes the tradition of high school football so great, as we're going to have the return. And, wow, he is met at the 28-yard line. Opelousas Catholic will start off in that traditional I formation, and they're going to give a quick handoff, and that's going nowhere. There you see the defending defensive MVP, and it may look like he's not as big as he appears, but he looks big even on camera. Cole Bentley, number 40, has tree trunk-like arms, and when he grabs you, that is it. So if you wonder why the running back goes down so easily, That's the defending defensive MVP for 6-1A district. Another handoff, minimal gain, and it's going to bring up third, and you're going to have about 6-7 yards. Was mentioning earlier, Opelousas Catholic had some tragedies this year. There were 4 very untimely deaths that occurred. Morgan Adams, Sarah Jarrell, Alyssa Guillory, and Megan Briley. 4 beautiful young ladies, untimely deaths. So if you see 4 fingers in the air, they have the 4-up t-shirts. That is in significance and honor of those young ladies, and we want to send prayers out to their families. Evan Wagley's going to try to convert on third down, and wow, number 4 for the Crusaders. Beautiful play by Skylar Sonia. He baited that. He was waiting for that hitch, and he broke on it. And Skylar, young man, you almost had yourself a touchdown, because that was a pick 6, walk to the end zone, and that's going to bring up 4th down and another punting situation for the Vikings. Jalen Williams will stand at his own 35, and we're going to have a block. 3 phases to the game. Defense, offense, and so many people overlook special teams, and it usually makes a difference, and it will tonight at the 10:04 mark. Westminster will take over inside the red zone again due to a special teams